Hey guys, welcome back to the next lecture in this Spring Boot series. And last where we left off, we had done the post mapping for Save product. And in the last video, if you remember, I asked you guys to do one for product type. If you were able to do good, otherwise, you can go. We will sit through it right now, and I will explain everything that I did. All right, so getting into it. So first of all, we just declare a post mapping, at the rate post mapping. I given the name as product type, so the name doesn't really matter. And again, so we can create a new response entity. We have a new save product type. So this is again a name that doesn't really matter. I created a new request body. So save for the save request, I created a new request body, and I just have the description since we don't really have any other fields. And the UUIDs we want are random IDs. So that is why I did not take in the UUID as the input for this class. So yeah, right now it looks stupid for this, but like when it becomes bigger, like that, this object will certainly be useful. And so I just go to the service and save, and apart from that, I just do a return of 200. So what you can do, so what will happen if everything is working fine, it will return 200. But if there is some sort of issues, like the database is down or something like that, then you might get something like a 500 internal server error. Now going into this class, so here we can have the save product type, and so I created a product type object which represents my class, which represents my database object, and I just did a string.uuid, and I converted it to char set to the bytes, to the get bytes, basically because we want a bytes array since we are storing a blob. And what all I do is basically just type dot save. That's pretty much it for the saving the thing, for saving product type. Now coming to the next thing. Now for example, okay, yeah, one more, yeah, I just forgot one thing. So just to test it out, so if I refresh the database, you see there are 3 entries only, and they are as such. Now let me just go to save product type, and I'll do something like this. So as you can see, 200 status code, that's fine. If I refresh, we get this now. So this is also working as expected. Now coming back to the topic in hand for today. Now if we look at the UUIDs, they are quite random UUIDs. So it doesn't really make sense for a person to remember. So for example, if you're looking on Amazon, you don't really want to remember the IDs, whatever they are, to get the product. It actually is the security defect, because like these UUIDs, like this could basically reveal details about the details which you don't really want to. You just want to expose name, quantity, price to the people outside, and maybe the product type. So that's the thing. So what we'll do here today is we'll create another search API which will be searching basically on the basis of name. All right. So let's get into that. So what I'll do is I'll have another. So what we'll have is a post mapping actually, and I'll tell you that in just a second. So I create this product public response entity, find product by name, and we'll have a request body over here, and this will be of type of product by name request, and request is not occupied. So what we'll do is return new response entity product service dot find product by name, which I'll create in a second. Now I will have a request type as the input, and I will return HTTP dot value of 200. So yeah, coming to this, so I will create it in DTO, and I'll come to the explanation in just a second about the post. So this, since they are both a little connected. So I will explain. So at the data will take care of the getters and setters. Now coming to the explanation as to why I did a post mapping instead of get mapping, even though we are getting the stuff from database. But the thing is, we need a request body, and request body, I mean, we can send it as part of get, but it technically speaking, a request body should only come as part of post calls. So that is why I have created a post mapping instead of a get mapping, even though we are getting a product. All right, and why I have put name in the request instead of like path variable or things like that, or query params, is because your name can have spaces, right? So even if you look at this example, so test prod is basically has a space. So this will cause some sort of issues when you try to get things with spaces in the task in the query params or in the other path variable. All right. I hope that is clear, and then I'll go over here. So here we'll be returning a type product. Actually, we'll be returning a list of products since multiple objects can have the same name. And then actually, first we need to go to the product repository. Now, since this is a simple search just on the basis of a single variable, so what we can do is what Spring Data JPA enables. So basically, what JPA repository and Spring Data JPA enables us, what we can do is we'll create a list map. So this is an interface, so it will not have any implementation. See, this will just have the declarations. So we are returning a list of products and what is it? Yeah, so it will come out as find by name. So this is a specific, what do you call it? So this will be a specific implementation. So you don't need to specify what is happening over here, because what JP will do, it will see, so first it will see find by, and then it will see this name and this name. So it will basically just go to the product table and it will search by name equal to this. It also works with things like greater than and less than, but I haven't really used them. I use a query for that, like a explicit query for that. We'll come to that in the next lecture. So, but yeah, going back to this, so basically all you need to do is a return list of, no, actually we don't need to specify this list of products, so we'll just do product repository dot find by name, and we'll have password request dot get name. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So now, yeah, so you don't provide any sort of implementation for find by name or anything like that. You just say find by name and you pass the parameter over here. So basically, when Spring JPA will, when the Spring application will start, it will basically search this name and this name, it will match it, and it will automatically create the query. So let's go into this and try to boot it up. So just a second, it will start up. And so it seems like there's some sort of an issue. Let's see. There's already a product controller bean method. Okay, let's look what is the issue. Request product access. Okay. Ambiguous mapping cannot map product controller method. Find by name request. I'm not sure where is the other method for that. Yeah. Let me reboot this again. Maybe there's some sort of older code like which it didn't clear out. Okay. Extremely confused about this. Let me just give a different kind of a name. Actually, I think this is the issue. So we have post mapping, two post mappings. I think that is the issue. And since only a request body is same. If our query params and those things were changed, then yeah, I think then that would have been fine. So let me just change this to product name. And let's see how it responds now. Okay, application is up. So yeah, that's the issue. So it was basically unable to identify, I mean, it was identifying there are basically two slash products, So I'm guessing it doesn't take request body into consideration. Like a request body is the same, but I'm guessing if we have something different over here, but not the request body, but like the path if different, it will then be able to distinguish. So if we go over here, so I already have this thing up. I just need to add a, sorry, not this. I just need to modify this also. So it will be a product name, and this will be a post method. And so let's do first for the single one. So this is single. So basically what you can see, it is initialized as an array, and this is the first object in the array. Now going to the other thing that has more, so basically this will return more than one. So you can see the first object, second object, and the third object. And yeah, pretty much that's it. So this is one thing. Now let's do the one thing. So I was thinking about putting in the next section, but let's do it right now as well. So for a composite query, so basically when you want a specific query, so let's say we have a post mapping, and let's put product, and we'll do two variables over here, so two path variables, so min price and max price. So if I remember correctly, yeah, so this is how it will be, and we'll do it and it is address path variables. So let me just minimize this for now. With public response entity find product by price. Let's say this will be path variable float min price, and another path variable which will be another type of float max price, and what we'll do is return new response entity, and this will be product service dot find product by price, the end price, max price, min price, max price, and we return a status of HTTP value of 200. So this is what we'll return. I'll go over here. So we'll do a list of products, because we can have more than one product in that range. What we'll have is, so basically I'll just write over here. So return product repository dot find by price. There is spelling mistake over here. I'll fix this over here, and really over here. So this is find products by price, and we'll have a min price and we'll have a max price. So this one, now we go to the products. So here we need, so as I mentioned, we will be specifying a complex query. So basically we will do @query, and you do value is equal to some, you'll put a value like what exactly query you want, and then what you'll do is you'll have a native query is equal to true. So this native query is equal to true, basically what it means, it will execute the query as it is exactly given in the value. Otherwise you can get around uh, uh, with the entity type, like you can with the entity basically you can basically have the names kind of similar like this. But I actually prefer, when I'm writing a query, I actually prefer it to be in exact SQL statement, so we can also like run on the database to check things. So basically what we want over here is select star from product P, where P is greater than, let's say, 100, and P is less than, let's say, 150. Let's say these are our min and max prices. If I run the statement, okay, select star from product as P, I guess it's, oh sorry, P dot price. If I remember correctly, it's price. Yes, with a capital P. P dot price. So it should have given the suggestions, but I'm not sure what. So basically these three are returning where the prices are 100.2 and this 2.5 is not returning. So yeah, basically we'll be using this query. Let me just copy this over here. I'll paste it over here. Now here basically what you need to do is you can either do like this, like question mark 1 and question mark 2. So basically what this question mark 1 is the first one and question mark 2 will be the second one. Actually, there is another way to do it. I don't remember exactly what it is, but it is some sort of an annotation like dollar and then curly braces or something like that, but I don't exactly remember what it is. So, I mean, you guys can look it up as well, and if I remember, I will try to look it up and tell you guys in the next lecture. And so, let's hope everything works, and yay, let's go. Application started. Going to the controller, basically I want this, so what I'll do is I'll go over here. I'll create a new request. This is now a GET request, so this is a GET by type range. Now what I'll do is HTTP localhost, and if you don't remember, yeah, the product, the min price was 100 and max price was 150. Let's hope it works. Okay, 400 path not allowed. So let's see what is the issue over here. Okay, I think this name is a little different, so that is why it is unable to find it maybe. But to me it looks alright. Let's see. What is the issue? Let me try to run it again. Yeah, it's a path variable of type float, min price, path variable of type float, max price. What I'm thinking of is it like it is not recognizing the floats maybe? Okay, let's this and this. Okay, so there seems to be some sort of an issue. Product, host 100, 150. So we are not even entering this path. Is there an extra slash at the end? No, there's not. Okay, what is the issue? Let me try this. I mean, this should not be required. Actually, should not be there, is what I should be saying. Oh yeah, I think this has to be a type, like it has to be a class thing. It cannot be a primitive data type if I remember correctly. Let's try this. I really hope this one works now. Not found. Sorry, it's a post. I accidentally mapped it as post mapping. This should be a get map. Not to work. Let me just close the others in the meantime. See if this is your. Come on, wake up. The application is working. I'll do a send now. It's still not working. Now is the issue. I think this extra slash which just said like should not be there. I think that's okay. So that's the issue now. Okay, so it seems like the method was the issue. Okay, so what I want to try right now is if the primitives work, because if I remember correctly, the primitive should not work. There's a null pointer or some sort of exception. Let's try this. If it works, it works. Otherwise, we'll revert back to the wrapper class of float. Okay, now it is unable to identify. Okay, this class. We'll remove that. Okay, it seems like it is still working. So I'm not sure then. I guess it doesn't really require. So if we go to 0 to 100 and 100.2, if we try like this will not work because the price was like the condition we set was only greater than. I'm sorry, only less than, not less than equal to. If I just move to a little higher than that, now this will work. Hey, let's go. And we get the query annotation. So basically, if you want to specify a specific query, you can specify like this. So that's it for this video. I know it's a little longer, but we covered two things in this one. So I hope you enjoyed the lecture, and I would really encourage you to play around the product and product types. Maybe even have a little more, what do you call it? Add more columns over here, and then basically you can just play around. So like product type as of right now it's quite empty, so you can add more things here, like classes. I'm not really sure about that, but yeah, I'm pretty sure like you guys can think about that. But yeah, at least I would try. I will ask you to practice both of the things at least once. So the two repositories that we created, the two methods we created, so find by name and then add direct query annotation. I would highly encourage you to try it out, because like once you try it out, you retain it much better. So that's pretty much it for this videos. And if you have any questions regarding this, post it in the comment section. I'll try to answer as much as I can. And thank you guys for watching, and have a nice day.